Hi, my name is Cheryl, and today I'm going to be talking to you about an augmentive and alternative communication device program called LAMP, or Language Acquisition Through Motor Planning, which is a communication tool that helps increase children with autism's language through the use of motor planning. So it's kind of like a cell phone in the fact that you have your cell phone with all of your apps in it, and you quickly learn where your favorite apps are through the use of hitting certain buttons. Kind of works that way. LAMP mimics natural language development with one-word vocabulary that increases as language skills increase. And LAMP is easily integrated with applied behavior analysis, or ABA therapy, which is a scientifically proven intervention that increases positive behaviors and language in persons with autism. LAMP and ABA teach language in a similar fashion in that they both first teach children or adolescents and even adults how to ask for things, usually starting with their favorite words. And then after that, LAMP's website, which is a great resource to learn more information about this communication tool, they recommend that after you teach asking for favorite things first, to then teach the core vocabulary. And core words are those high frequency words that we all use that serve as a foundation to build on other words. So right now, a few core words that I am targeting with a client of mine is go, stop, more, and put. So if I'm working on the word put right now, then later I can teach put on or put in. Or if I'm working on the word stop, I can teach stop that, or stop singing, or stop dancing. And if I'm teaching more, then later on, I can teach more bubbles or more tickles. And you kind of get the idea. So now that I've told you a little bit about the LAMP device, let's actually take a closer look at the device. So this is an iPad with the LAMP program loaded onto it, and the speech language pathologists that I have worked with in the past recommend getting a standard size iPad because it has larger icons on it, which reduces the likelihood that a student or a client or your child will hit the wrong button. But parents seem to like the iPad minis better because they're lighter and more portable. And the clients that I have worked with that have used the iPad minis haven't had any issues with hitting the wrong buttons. But you'll have to kind of judge where your own child or client is on a case-by-case basis. So this is what the home screen of the LAMP device looks like. And the LAMP website recommends a successive learning approach by first teaching one-hit buttons. So maybe we're just working on the words eat or the words go. And I'm not going to hit the buttons for the one-word touches because this device is set up with multiple touches, which I'll show you next. So after your child or your client masters one hits on the buttons, then you're going to go into multiple hits to get through the buttons. So let's say that your child or your client wants a banana. So they would hit the eat button on the home screen. And then everything is in categories here. So you see that we have the fruit category. So then we hit fruit. And then here is the picture of our fruit. And then we hit banana.
Banana.
And then it says banana. And so once your child or client goes through that step and we hear the word banana, then we give them a banana. One caution that I want to let you know about is that once your child or your client learns where the buttons are, so if they have learned where banana is and they're getting really good at finding it, you absolutely do not want to move the buttons on them so that they can keep building their language and you're not having to go back and reteach where buttons are. So you want to make sure that you keep the buttons in that location that it originated. Now the buttons can be moved and you can make custom buttons, but you just need to make sure that you set it all up before you start teaching language on the device. So one problem that I run into with my clients is that I sometimes don't know where the buttons are, and they actually learn the device better than I do. But let's say I'm trying to teach them the word outside, and I cannot remember where the outside button is. So I'll use the handy word finder feature. So I'll go in here to spelling, and then I'll go into the word finder, and then I will type in outside because that is the button that I'm looking for. And then you can see that it starts to pop up here in the search box, letting me know that it is actually on this device. And then I hit find, and then it'll actually pull up the motor pattern for you. So you can see which steps you have to go through to teach them how to ask for outside. So the speech and language pathologists that I have worked with have recommended that while you're looking for a word and searching for a motor pattern, that you actually turn the screen away from the client while you're finding it. And then once you're back to the home screen, you can show them the motor pattern. So we saw that the motor pattern for outside is to hit the N button and then to hit the outside button.
Outside.
Outside. And then it says outside. There is a clear button down here on the bottom to clear the top bar from all of the words that you have said. And you'll want to do this when you start building sentences. So for example, let's say you want to put a whole sentence together. So we might say, I like, and then we might add in, maybe we like a type of fruit, like a pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
So then it says, I like pumpkin, and then once you build the sentence, you go up here and hit the button.
I like pumpkin.
And then it will say the sentence for you. And to go back to the word finder tool, so let's say I am trying to teach my client outside, like I just showed you. I will type in the word, then I will hit find, and like I said, it will pull up the motor pattern for you. But when we're teaching children with autism, we like to use what we call errorless teaching, which means we like to prevent errors from happening while we're teaching. So one feature that I really like about LAMP is that you can actually click on the motor pattern and it will highlight the buttons that they need to hit. But what's even better is that they can't hit any other buttons except for the highlighted button. So it prevents them from hitting the wrong button. So then they press in, and then it highlights outside, and then they press outside.
Outside.
And there you have it. So the last note that I want to make is that I have observed professionals use these devices to teach asking or requesting, or the ABA term is manding, which is great. That's a great start. But this is a powerful tool that should not just be used as a requesting machine or a manding machine. This device can be used as a language machine. So you should be teaching your child or client to label and answer questions and even repeat after you in addition to asking for things.